Let's do a quick analysis on the pair USDJPY for what could become an opportunity of a lifetime for a swing trade during several years. You can see currently that every time we had an uptrend, it started on January 2005 here. The next uptrend started on January 2012, and the next uptrend again started in January 2021. However, every time we started a downtrend, we started it in June. Here, June 2007. Here, June 2015. And now we're about to see the next downtrend very, very soon. Will it be this year or would it be next year? This is what we're going to try to determine right now. You can observe that technically speaking, we already got our top right here in June 2024 last year. This could be the very top that determines the new downtrend lasting for several years. We don't have any confirmation yet. We're waiting for that final confirmation to determine if we have a new downtrend or if we're going to have a double top maybe next year. The reason why is because, as you can observe here, on the first uptrend, this lasted for 2.5 years. But the following uptrend, the following cycle, actually lasted for 3.5 years. This cycle here, up to the current top, lasted for 3.5 years as well. However, since we already had an expansion from the first cycle to the second cycle, the question is, will we have a new expansion, and will this current uptrend continue and maybe last for 4.5 years? Let's try to find some more confidence on the weekly. I am now on the weekly chart. I was previously on the monthly chart. And here we can see that when the EMA in red here crosses above the yellow EMA, we do have an uptrend that is confirmed. It started on a January month, quickly followed by a cross up, and then the red EMA rode above the entire time of the uptrend. We reached June 2007, and here the downtrend started with a cross down. And you can notice how the red EMA went all the way down the entire time until the next cross up. Notice how this trend line here, that is a multi-year trend line, also got broken perfectly and retested perfectly at the same time with the cross of the EMAs, confirming the new downtrend. We went down, and here we had the same scenario. We had a first cross up, actually, and then a second cross. We do have a double bottom here, and we had 2 crosses up. So this was the final confirmed bottom. And then the new trend up was confirmed, and the red EMA started to ride above the entire time until finally we had a cross down again for a new downtrend. And again, you can observe this multi-year trend line that was respected the entire time, and it was broken down for the new downtrend. Here's where we are currently. We had this downtrend for several years, and then in January 2021, the new uptrend started, confirmed quickly by a cross up, and since then we have been riding above. Now what is happening? And this is where we're going to try to find confirmation on what our next move will be. Here you can observe how the red EMA tried to cross, but it was invalidated pretty quickly and it stayed above. But here we had a first cross down. However, unlike the previous cycles, when we had that cross down, it did not break through the trend line. This multi-year trend line is still being respected. As a matter of fact, Price found strong support here on this trend line and is now actually going back up. And what is currently happening is the beginning here of a cross up. If that was to confirm, then we can expect the next weeks to actually go higher, maybe forming a double top here, since we have on the weekly a fair value gap in this level and another block right here that needs to be tapped into. Price could try and go higher, tap into the supply zone before starting a new move down. In this case, we would have a double cross down, the same way we had a double cross up here. Back to the monthly chart for some more information and confluence. We can observe with a simple RSI that every time the RSI was above the 50 level, we were exactly in an uptrend. Every time it went under the 50 level and stayed under the 50 level, we were in a downtrend. Again here, RSI gives us a lot of accuracy when it comes to the new uptrend, since when it came above the 50 level, it only started to do so when the second cross up was confirmed here, thus confirming the perfect bottom. We then stayed above the 50 level all the way down to this new cross down, confirming here a new move under the 50 level and a downtrend. Here, perfectly going above the 50 level, confirming this cross up on the AMAs. And since then, we've been above the 50 level. We are still technically in an uptrend. We tried to go down here, but quickly corrected the move and stayed above the 50 level. This does coincide with this cross down here. As of now, we are still in this uptrend. And on the RSI, you can notice how we do have a trend line here that will be tested very quickly in the weeks to come. What price will do is yet to be determined. Will it be rejected and go down, confirming a new downtrend? A multi-year swing trade opportunity as a short? Or would it break through this trend line here on the RSI and actually go higher to form a double top on the price? If this was the scenario, we can expect probably price to reach that double top in June 2026. For the rest of the year and in the weeks to come, we're going to observe and monitor what price will do, because this will be the opportunity of a lifetime to short all the market the way down. Here you can see our golden target on the Fibonacci level, which also perfectly coincides with this new support. It was resistance for the entire time and now needs to be retested as support.